taught everybody how to ski. Taught you how to ski.
Jeez.
All right, let's just start with a little bit of footwork. Just grab your little ball, just kind of work out the feet a little bit.
Oops, sorry.
He taught everybody how to ski.
Yeah. His daughter wanted to graduate.
Oh.
He's still in the area?
We live in West Bend and Cedar Ridge.
Is John Fitzgerald still around? Is he
Yes, he is in Greece right now.
Oh, I figured he was somewhere.
Yeah, he has a house in Greece, so he's in Greece. He should be back this week or next week. He went for 8 weeks, so he'll be back then.
Cool. He was our neighbor.
Oh, he's a character. I like him. I like him on Friday mornings.
He was married. Yep. Cool, I planned a trip to New Zealand for August.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I was thinking of maybe doing Reiki training. Right now I'm just gonna be like working on a farm, like woofing, I don't know if you've
Okay, yeah.
So we'll see, I'll keep you posted.
Oh. Yeah.
I booked the ticket a couple days ago, so.
Idaho, I always just go to New Zealand instead.
I feel like I'm on my cocoon. It's going down. I invited my mom, but you guys are always invited.
All right, so move those guys out to the side and grab your hand weights. Let's just start with the feet a little bit wider than the outer hips. Line up the outer edges of the feet with the outer edges of the mat. And let's just start with a shoulder warm up. Palms face your pelvis. Drop your shoulders back and keep the rib cage down. Engage your inner thighs. Tricep side kick. Inhale, bring the arms out to T, and then exhale, bring them in. Awesome. Inhale and exhale. Four more. Last one. Awesome. Now turn the feet slightly out. Just honor the openness of your pelvis. Nice neutral pelvis. Exhale, bend the knees and just check your squat. If you need to, widen your squat or shorten it so that that knee is kind of within ankle range more or less. Now engage the outer legs to create space in the inner thighs. Arms come in front now, palms face forward. Drop your shoulders back without splitting the rib cage. Again, just bicep curl one. So exhale, curl to the shoulders. Inhale, extend out. Now the more you push into the balls of the feet, the more you're going to feel the undercarriage of the legs contract. The more you just kind of sit in your hips, you're going to feel a lot more challenge that doesn't necessarily need to be there. So exhale, curl, pelvic core engages, and then inhale, release the arms. Three more. Nice. Inhale, arms open to T, palms face forward, drop down into your squat. Again, use the outer legs, hammer curl. Exhale, thumbs to shoulders. Inhale, extend out. Again, keep the ribs down so that you're working glutes, front core, upper back. So it's kind of like a little lightning bolt as we work through our body. Balls of the feet press into the mat, drop into your hips. One more. Exhale, lower the arms down, drop the weights, hands to your thighs. Now keep the arms long and start to sit into your hips, using kind of the leverage of your arm against your leg to drop into your shoulders. Let your shoulders come to your ears. Now press out with your your left hand onto your left thigh. Dive the left shoulder down. Look behind you over your right shoulder as you sit back into your hips. So again, that kind of connecting, almost like you're trying to lock puzzle pieces into place, your hands to your thighs, is going to give you the means to be able to sit back without falling back. So now all the tissues between your shoulder girdle and your hips get a nice stretch. Nice deep breath in, catch your stretch. Nice deep breath out. Inhale, come through center. And now same thing, opposite side. Dive in, rotate, press the right thigh out, press the left thigh out. Use the leverage of your hand to your leg to help suspend you in midair. Breathe. Inhale back to center, kick your heels out, straddle. Hands towards the floor, relax your head, plug into the soles of the feet on all corners. Hug your sit bones together. Inhale through the nose, arms come back behind, little chest expander. Just wake up the shoulders, nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out, quads are strong, body is long. Exhale, release the arms down, grab your hand weights, bend your knees, roll it up. Kick the feet out again, back into high squat. So nice neutral pelvis, exhale, slide down the wall behind you. Again, trying to bring that knee within range of the ankle. If you need to shorten your stride, use the outer edges of the legs. Arms come out to T, palms face up, bicep curl two. Once again, ribs stay down, glutes stay contracting underneath you. Exhale, curl. Imagine pulling resistance bands. Press into the balls of the feet. Sync your breath with the movement. Feel your upper back slide down into your pockets. So that contraction is moving down and in, not up and in. Last one. Arms open to T, left forearm onto the left thigh. Press your arm to the sky as you sit your hips down. Really try to create space, almost as though your shirt was tucked in. Minimal pressure to the bottom arm. Turn your heart open and leverage your bottom forearm into the inner thigh to help you with that twist in your lower midsection. Nice deep breath in, keep your bum underneath you. Exhale through the nose. Looking forward, up or down. Inhale, come back up, arms to T. Exhale, drop your right arm, extend up. So we're not just kind of settling for sideways. I want you to leverage the bottom arm into the leg to help you turn your rib cage and shoulder girdle. Press into the balls of the feet and breathe. Inhale, arms come back up to T. Exhale, kick the heels out, fold back into straddle, release your head down. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's take the weights with, rotate to the right, runner's lunge. Take a small step up with the back foot, feet are hips distance on the ball of the back foot, bend out the knee. Now roll yourself up to stack so the hips can square and level. And you're not on your toe joints, you're behind the toe joints, almost on the back edge of the ball of the foot. So glutes contract, arms at your sides, palms face you, or palms face forward. Let's go with a full overhead. So inhale, arms come out to the sides and up overhead. Exhale, resist the weight as it falls down. Inhale, up. Exhale, try to focus on engaging your inner thighs and breathing laterally. So breathing into your side lungs when the arms lift. Keep hugging the inner thighs, engaging the glutes beneath you. Awesome. Two more. Last one. Awesome. Exhale, weights to the mat, step back into plank. Fingertips wide, fold to the elbows forward. Notice where your weight sits in your hands. Try not to let the weight just be on the pinky side of the hand. Really focus on bringing the weight into the entire webbing of the hand. Fold to the elbows forward, slide your shoulder girdle back, lift up through your abdomen and front hip bones. Really think about hollowing the belly. Lengthen your sternum. Knees to the floor, devotional. Exhale, sit back, breathe. Lots of length through your spine. Wiggle your sit bones back. Try to find that extra little wiggle room that you might not otherwise find. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Inhale, rise to tabletop. Grab your hand weights. You have an option here to use one hand weight, two hand weights, or if you feel like you want to use your weighted ball, you can kind of exchange out as you want to. So grab your hand weights. We'll start with the left hand. Fingertips nice and wide. Fold of the elbow forward. So just as important as it is moving that weighted hand, I want you to really create stability on your base arm. So we're not slumping into the shoulder, but the shoulders are also staying very square with the floor. On the inhalation, arm opens to T, and then exhale, think about engaging your pelvic floor and your lower abdomen on the downswing of the arm. So when you bring the arm down, it's not just, oh, thank goodness, my arm is coming down. It's, I'm trying to actually co-contract those deep core muscles. So just really focus on trying to control the ball. And if at any time you find yourself or weights throwing the weight, it's too much. Fold to the base, elbow stays forward but not locked. You want to open broad chest, halfway. Keep breathing, about 20 more counts. Long neck, 10 counts. Last one. And drop it down. Fingertips nice and wide. Fold to the elbow forward. We'll release the wrist then. Grab hold of your weights, your choice. Nice long spine. Shoulder girdle drops back. Fold to the elbows forward. Here we go. Out on the inhale. And down on the exhale. Soften the face. Relax the jaw. Usually about halfway, our body starts to try to compensate. That base arm might try to rotate in. You might notice yourself slumping or hunching or throwing the weights. I want you to create a consistency with your breath, with your practice. Get two more in here. And then drop it down. Step forward now with your left foot. Grab hold of your hand weights, ball of the back foot. Bend the back knee slightly, roll it up and stack your spine. Square your hips and engage the glutes and core. Arms are out at your sides, palms face forward. Let's go full overhead. So inhale, arms come widen up overhead, weights touch. Exhale, control it and drop. Inhale. And exhale. Keep breathing. Three more. Last one. Step forward, mountain pose. Plant your feet, bend your knees. Inhale, extension, bring your weights to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, drop it down, standing forward bend. Shake out your head and neck, release through the spine. Lean forward towards the balls of the feet. Just start to come into the hamstrings more fully. Inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, feel the belly hollow itself. Feel free to bend out the knees. Awesome. Bend your knees, weights off to the side, step back into plank. Legs together, engage. If you want to, come up to the very tips of your toes and really feel the core now. Ask for a little bit more strength. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Knees to the floor, sit back, Bhaktasana. Try to keep your hands in place, really stretch through the lower back and underarm. Breathe deeply. Inhale, walk your arms to the right, press your hips to the left, side stretch. Push your hips off the left heel as you really try to reach with your left arm to the right, so that outside arm is really trying to make space here. And then inhale, float through center, same thing opposite side. Press your hips off your right heel, reach to the left, breathe. And then back to center, nice deep breath in. Exhale, float up to tabletop. We'll just do a quick wrist release here. Flip the hands around. Fingertips towards your knees, thumbs on the outside, pinkies on the inside. Broaden up through the upper back. Try not to slump into your shoulder girdle. Pushing down through the hands, especially on that pinky side, slowly start to lean back. Now your knees can be as close or as far away from your fingertips as you feel comfortable. So don't feel like you have to be in this tabletop position. As you push down, the arm often wants to spindle in, so that pinky side of the hand often wants to kind of come up and roll in. I want you to try to push the pinky side of the hand forward and then down into the mat as well. So when you lean back, you're really trying to almost push forward and down. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. If you notice your fingers trying to buckle, you know that those tissues are really kind of pulled into a flexion. No different than gripping a pencil or a phone or a spoon. All right, now lean your shoulders forward. Forward enough so that they're actually forward of your wrists. On the exhalation, start to bend your elbows. Your shoulders are going to be quite a distance forward of your wrists. But try to keep the knobby parts of your elbows moving straight towards you. So if you look at your elbows, they shouldn't be collapsing inward, which is kind of the same thing that happens to an ankle. So we're going to try to let the knees, essentially, which are your elbows, try to point straight towards you as you bend. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. All right, last piece of the puzzle. Stay exactly where you are. And if you want to, lift the heels of the hands up off the floor. So nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Relax your shoulders back. You're still trying to bend the elbows, you're still leaning forward, you're still picking up the heels of the hands. The best way I can describe this is it often feels like a ripping sensation, and that's your fascia. Try to take about 3 more breaths here. You got this. All right, slowly start to sit back onto your heels. Gently let your hands become your own again. You can start out by opening and closing the hands, and then slowly starting to roll the wrists again. Just give them a second. And then sitting nice and tall, take the tops of your hands together. I'll just face you here. Tops of the hands together. Push the wrists up as you pull the elbows down. So try to keep the tops of the hands together, keep the wrists together, pull the elbows down, push the wrists up. So just a little reverse stretch. Often. And then release, roll them out, shake them out. Awesome. All right, grab your weighted ball, bring that up close nearby. And when you're ready, step forward with your right foot. So right foot's going to step forward, grab hold of your weighted ball, back heel goes flat. Let's roll it up into warrior two. Awesome. Ball comes in front, shoulders drop down, rib cage drops down, strong legs on the outsides, warrior two. Ball's going to come straight up overhead. So inhale, exhale, lower down slow. Notice how high you can bring the ball without pushing the rib cage out. So we want to create that stretch in the back and at the same time build strength in the upper back and arms. So just start to challenge that lift. That's only, let's say, 80 degrees. And just bring it up as far as you can. Folds of the elbows essentially face me when the arms are down, and they're going to try to face back when the arms are up. So it's really kind of nice to be able to grip the ball so you can kind of work around and challenge that restriction. We just don't lift our arms up overhead enough during the day, and I had a private class today with an 86-year-old woman, and my gosh, it was hard, but she did it. Lifting your arms up overhead. Don't take this for granted. If you don't do it, it does get harder to do. Our body starts to train itself not to do this type of movement. One more. All right, we're going to load the back arm, so ball's going to come into the arm. If it's too much, drop off to a hand weight. Arm comes up, shoulder level, keep a significant bend without pushing that rib out. So keep that rib in. Opposite arm opens to T, palm face down. Exhale, bicep curl, and then inhale, extend out, but keep enough of a bend in the elbow that you don't strain the joint. Okay, so you have to be able to handle that weight. Exhale, curl, inhale, extend, strong warrior two. So when you're curling, that rib cage is not jetting out, because the core can't maintain that strength or how much that load is. So your oblique is almost more important than the strength of your arm here. So if you can keep that rib in place and keep your core contained on that left side, it's going to be much easier for you to curl and extend and a lot less shoulder injury. Really mindfully watch yourself mentally as you extend the arm out. Pay attention to the movement. Inhale when you extend, exhale, shoulder blade towards the spine. And try 3 more. Last one. And then lower the arm down slow, switch it to the other side. Arm's going to come up in front, back arm extends, bicep curl in front. Exhale, curl. And inhale, extend. Keep breathing. Two more. Last one. And then lower the weight down. Nice job. Line through the front leg. Turn the feet parallel. Let's hinge it forward. Exhale from the hip. Roll your weighted ball forward. Anchor it to the floor. Relax your head. Shake out your head. And now as you lean back into your hips and heels, try to really plant the soles of the feet and almost hug your hamstrings together. Using the ball like a notch in the floor so that when you lean back, or you can have your hands on the floor, you're creating that length in your spine that maybe previously wasn't there. Exhale, try bending your knees and sitting back into the chair that could be behind you. So keeping that lengthening kind of down dog straddle, so to speak, and now working into any tight glute tissue. Squatting is one of those things, again, that all of a sudden we've realized that we do very little squatting during the day, And it's not that our bodies can't squat, it's just that our bodies have forgotten how to. And then let the legs lengthen. Roll your ball in. Let's rotate now over to the left, runner's lunge. Turn the back heel flat. Take your weighted ball or hand weight, roll it up. Find warrior two. All right, we're going to take that weight back into the arm again. Remember, I'm keeping that right rib down and in. Really important, or we start doing funky things with the shoulder. So palm face up, keep as enough of a bend in the elbow as you need to. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, extending out. Awesome. Think about it. Feel in your body. Pay attention to every movement. You got this. Two more. Last one. And then lower the arm down, switch sides. Bring the arm up, essentially the same thing. Keep the front rib down and in. Back arm extends out. Exhale, curl, and inhale, extend. Two more. Last one. And then lower down slow. Lengthen the front leg. Feet go parallel. Back into your straddle. This time drop the ball, head towards the floor. Planting all four corners of the feet into the mat. Inhale, come up to your fingertips. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Keeping your feet planted on the floor. Lean to the inside of the right knee using your elbow, tricep, and forearm. Keep sitting back as we lengthen forward. Breathe. All right, inhale, float up through center. Opposite side, side lunge. Use your elbow, tricep, and forearm. Again, lean as you keep pushing weight into the straight leg. Awesome. Inhale, come back to center. Let's rotate towards the window. So move to the right. Step up, standing forward bend. And then slowly bend your knees, come down into your tabletop. Grab your weighted ball. And you can essentially also use the green ball. So if you feel like this is too much, you can flip it out. Even though it's weightless, it's still a good challenge. Take your weighted ball and you're going to tuck it tight behind that left knee / hamstring calf. Fingertips nice and wide, folds of the elbows forward, nice good setup for table. Rib cage is drawn in, squeezing the ball. So here's really good hamstring work here. I want you to focus on keeping neutral pelvis. So every time you push the leg up, you're also drawing the lower abdomen in. You're trying to keep those hip bones from dipping down because there's a groin stretch here that also is taking place. All right, so leg comes up. We're going to do both, so essentially it doesn't matter. Keep the foot flexed on that gripping leg. On the exhalation, push up, and then just drop it down a few inches. Exhale, push up, and then drop it down a few inches. We're going to go for a minute. That way you can just focus on breathing. But I'm going to kind of come around here real quick, because sometimes the body likes to move in certain ways to compensate for not having to use that hamstring and glute. So, push, 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 push. See if you can bring yourself to the place when that leg lifts that you almost kind of get into just a little bit of a quiver. And that's when you're saying, okay, yeah, I'm really using the glute. I'm really using the hamstring. Remember again, the front core is nice and strong. Sometimes we just think about the obvious, but again, there's a stretch here. Groin, psoas, hip flexors, quad. Breathe. Life is about balance. About 5 or 6 more counts here. One more push. And then release the leg down. Let's switch to the opposite side. All right, here we go. Close the elbows forward, nice setup for tabletop. And whenever you're ready, you can start that movement. Exhale to press up. Inhale to release down. Keep breathing. Hip bones stay square to the floor, so we're not using the outer glute and outer hip and thigh. We want to stay in the back line of the body. Keep breathing. Just pay attention to the feeling, sensation, breath. Stay in the moment. Two more. Last one. Nice job, drop it down. Move the ball. Extend one leg back, just reach through the heel, push back through the heel, keep a nice long spine. As you push through the heel, pick up the bottom knee and pull it into the chest. Round out your spine, bring your nose to your knee. So as you stretch the calf, really work your frontal core. Inhale, set yourself back down. Bring that leg in. Opposite side, stretch out the calf. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. As you keep pushing into your calf, bring it up, tuck it up. Nose to knee, pull your heel up, your nose in. Your core is contracting as you sit back into your heel. Breathe. Awesome. Inhale, set it back down, bend your elbows, cow's pose. Exhale, round the back, cat pose. One more time, inhale, cow's pose. And exhale, cat pose. Awesome. Slide your knees a little bit further back, sit back, devotional, exhale. Inhale, walk your arms to the right. Press your hips to the left, side stretch. Keep breathing. And then inhale, coast through center, press to the left, reach to the right. Back to center, inhale, reaching. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, come across the mat, nose, chin, and chest, and lay onto your abdomen. As you lay onto your belly, grab your hand weights, so one on each side, and then anchoring the tops of the feet to the mat, anchoring your pubis bone to the floor. Eye line towards the mat, bring your arms at your sides, palms face in. So right away you can kind of rest on the sides of the weights. As your eye line turns down, roll your shoulders open so you already feel some engagement in your upper back. Keeping the feet anchored, keeping your pubis bone pressing into the floor. Let's lift the upper body modestly. So inhale, exhale, lift. Awesome. Tricep kick up. Exhale, kick it up a little bit higher through your triceps. Drop them down towards the floor. So inhale or exhale, I'll leave that up to you. Essentially, I want you to be comfortable with your breathing. If you feel like you struggle a little bit more with the strength load, lift on the exhale. If you feel like you need that breath power, then lift on the inhale. Ultimately, our goal is always to not be dependent whether we inhale or exhale, but be able to be free moving. But that breath can definitely help us in more than one way. Keep your feet anchored to the floor. You want to be in the back body, strengthening the back body. Reach through the fingertips. See if we can go 5 more. Last one. Arms drop down, head to one side, long deep breathing. Eyeline turns to center, move your weights back up to the shoulders, hands under the shoulders, curl your toes under. Let's push up into plank. Walk your feet in, standing forward bend. Keep the knees from collapsing inwards, spindle the legs out slightly. Nice deep breath in, lean a little forward, nice deep breath out. Bend your knees, roll yourself up, just leave the weights on the floor. Just a nice extension, inhale, and exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Awesome. Come to the center of the mat and grab a quick drink if you need to. I have to grab a hand again because it's driving me absolutely crazy. Much better. All right, so grab your green, actually, you know what? Let's grab the half dome first. We're gonna do kind of a chair sequence, but let's just set up our lower body here for some success. Grab your half dome and line up the left foot onto the dome, doesn't matter where you put it, so that the outer edge of the foot lines up with the outer edge of the mat. Face any direction you want, just try to line up that foot, and then bring your free foot somewhat close. It might not come parallel, but hopefully pretty close. And then spindle your leg bones out, keeping the ball of the foot pushing into the half dome. So the second you roll, especially that stretching calf leg out, all the weight sinks to the outer edge of the foot, especially at the pinky toe. Push down through the ball of the foot behind the big toe as you spindle out. So then that way, we're not like this, okay? We want to push down and then create that nice neutral leg. So ideally the pit of the knee, those vertical lines on your kneecaps are pointing straight back. So that's kind of that intention that we want. All right, nice neutral pelvis. Start to walk your free foot forward, only as far as you can stay stacked over the backmost heel. Keep pushing your heel into the floor, your shin into the calf, and your pelvis into neutral. The tighter the calf, the more almost unknowingly the pelvis just slowly starts to drop because it's more comfortable. It's not as challenging. I want you to keep pelvis in neutral. You might even get a stretch into the groin depending on how tight that calf is. And remember, we're trying to keep a good rotation. Keep the hips squared forward. We have all these little vices that our body slowly sneaks in to compensate. So I want you to really meet those head on. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. All right, wherever you are, just like when we bent the elbows before, I want you to focus on bending mainly the calf half dome leg, but essentially you can bend both. As you bend the leg, keep it spindling out, so when you bend, the knee goes straight forward. Try to stay upright and stacked. Now, if there's a lot of gripping through the front of the shin, you might feel really locked in the ankle. I want you to really try to pay attention to roll that lower leg bone, which is easier said than done. So nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. All right, slowly release that up. Slide your free foot back. Take your half dome leg and step it back and stretch through the top of the ankle. And if your ankle won't let you do it, just try to at least work through the toes. Awesome. deep breath in, nice deep breath out. All right, now more specifically, come to the tops of the toes and see if you can roll over your toes. So just kind of let them fold right over. It's sandal season, so now our feet are doing all of this, grouping up. And then just roll it out. Awesome, let's try the opposite side. So line up the outer edge of the foot with the outer edge of the mat. Spindle your leg out without dumping all of your weight out to the outside edge of the foot. Keep it planted evenly through the ball of the foot, and then rotate. Nice neutral pelvis, hips are squared forward, and start to walk your free foot forward, trying to stay stacked over your backmost foot. Really press shin into the calf, and really work neutral pelvis. There is a lot of reasons why we need nice mobile calves. One, they act as a hydraulic pump to pump blood flow back up to our body. So when these are locked up, it's literally like having a pool with a pump that doesn't work. It gets really gross, really everything sits and settles. And that's essentially what happens in our lower body. Our calves are also the conduit for our pelvic floor. So when we have really locked up calves, those people tend to struggle more truly firing their pelvic floor muscles. So nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Restricted calves can also be tied to tight hip flexors, knee pain, ankle pain, back pain. So again, so many reasons why we need length there. And yet so much of what we do in our culture does the exact opposite. So just really take the time here to feel in your body, be in your breath, and create space where there currently isn't any. Length, start to bend the knee, even if it doesn't go far, but try to keep it going straight forward. Even the inside of the ankle, if you can create some awareness there, try not to dump inward in the ankle. Breathe. Releasing the calves also makes chair pose a heck of a lot easier. Then you can sit back. Breathe. Awesome, release that leg up. Slide your free foot back. Let's just start off by opening up the ankle. Just as much as you can. Give yourself a moment. And just try to open up. Stay in line with the big toe rather than in line with the pinky toe. And then come to the tops of your toes and just try to stretch through the tops of the toes. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Just really try to pay attention to all the little nooks and crannies of the body. These things add up over time. And then just release them out. Awesome, move that off to the side. Grab your green ball, leave it on the floor, and then bring that ball down, step your left foot onto the ball, and when you look down, try to even up your feet so that they're parallel with each other. So your smush is right down dead center in the ball. So the stability factor is you have to keep the ball under control. It's not the ball's responsibility. All right, so when you look down, your toes are level. Level out your hips, so one leg is straight, one leg is bent right now. On the exhalation, from your hip line, tip about 45 degrees forward. It's not a huge tip. Once you're there, bend both knees and just sit back into your chair. Now, even out your body weight 50-50, so lean into your ball. Almost like you're going to try to stand up off of your flat foot. Once you've done that with your front ribs down, bring your arms back into what I call locked and loaded, so palms face in, pull back on your elbows. And on a nice exhalation, shoot your arms through your hairline and out alongside your ears. Now you can either go parallel. If you're going to interlace the fingers, pull your shoulders back. As you sit back into your hips, push your fingertips forward. Feel your lower abdomen almost try to hollow itself to really feel that deep core contraction. There's a length to your back here that's happening. And you don't get that unless it's a combination of you reaching forward at the same time sitting back. Your calves have just given you the ability to sit back. Still try to 50-50 your body weight. Try not to let your mind only let you be on that flat foot. Let's go 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Drop the arms down. Gently roll yourself up. Let's try the opposite side. So switch. Foot anchors. Other foot comes on top. That ball's going to probably smush right into your other foot. That's totally okay. Level your feet, level your hips. On the exhalation, you're hinging forward from your hip. And then once you're peering into that well, bend your knees and put weight into the ball. So there's ankle stability here. Sit back into your hips. Your thighs are going to look pretty close to level. Locked and loaded, pull your arms back, keep your ribs down. Exhale, comb your hands through your hair as you sit back and really engage on your anal sphincter. So really engage back by your tailbone. Your glutes are going to follow in that action. Either arms parallel, you can pull them back into cactus, palms in, or interlace, and really focus on hollowing the belly from the activation of the pelvic floor. Work hard here. Slowly lower your arms down, gently roll up. Move your ball off to the side. Grab your hand weights. Come back to the center of your mat. Now you have 2 options here. You can either go free legs just together, or slightly parallel, more neutral, or the ball is always here to help us. You can stick that ball right between your inner thighs if you feel like you kind of tend to forget about your lower body a little bit. So know that that's always a good helper. If you're using the ball, bring your feet close enough that if you relax out your legs, your feet kind of spring off the floor. So it just forces you to stay really present in your feet if you're using that ball. All right, nice neutral pelvis. Let's peer into the well again. Exhale, hinge. Sit back into your hips. Adjust your ball if you need to. Give it a good hug. Belly is nice and strong. Arms are down in front, palms facing your knees. Angled pull. So inhale, pull up. Elbows pull back. Exhale, shoot it forward. Engage your belly and pelvic floor. Inhale up on an angle. Exhale down in front. Inhale. Exhale. So kind of a mock rowing. Every time you exhale, engage inner thighs, pelvic floor, glutes. Nice broad chest, nice long spine. Four more. Sit back into your hips. Last one. Exhale, forward bend. Relax out the head and neck, lean a little forward, breathe. Bend your knees, try to come back into your chair, sit back into your hips, roll up and stack your spine. Use your core for that. Awesome. Interlace your fingers. Let's go full overhead raise. Inhale, arms come up in front. Exhale, drop it down. Really strong core. Last one. Exhale, forward bend. Remove your ball. Breathe. And then from your forward bend, slowly come down to kneeling. You can face any direction you want. Turn into a tabletop position. From your tabletop position, hands and knees will work from our shoulders to our hips. Take your right arm, and I'll do the same as you. Right arm to the left arm to the right, dragonfly. Walk your arms as far as you can, turn your palms up. Now lean over your crossed arms. Forehead to the floor. Now if you feel like your forehead is not quite there, your half dome might work really well. Or sometimes you just need to bring your torso a little bit more forward. Now there's a lot of wiggle room here for dragonfly. You can tuck your knees all the way up super tight to your elbows and actually sit back. You can keep your knees at a distance from your elbows and almost have this kind of hammock-like weight down onto your shoulders, hip high, shoulders low. And for some, wiggling out and laying onto the belly, as long as you can keep that weight forward, arms under your chest rather than your throat. So you have some options to work with. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Similar to cow face pose, we're kind of allowing that blood flow to pool in our upper body, so that when we release, we feel this really great rush of energy or chi moving through the upper body. We're going to try to stay here for about 3 minutes. Check in with your body. If your mind is wandering away, just calmly come back. And usually after about a minute, which we're into now our second minute here, is when the body slowly starts to kind of loosen its grip. So try to be a part of that. Don't let your mind wander away. Notice every nook and cranny slowly starting to release. All too often our bodies are holding on to things that aren't even for us to hold on to. So embrace the space. We're in our final minute. Again, just stay calm. Anytime I'm in a posture and I can feel that space taking place, slightly comfortable at the same time, comforting. I remind myself, I need this. I need this pose, I need this time, I need this space. And that it's available to me right now to take advantage of. All I need to do is arrive and breathe. That's it. All right, now take a moment here and just remember which arm is in front. So just take a mental moment for yourself to come out. You can either kind of wiggle your arms free if you're laying on your belly. You can sit back, you can lean forward, whatever it is you need to do, but then try not to do too much of anything once your arms are unlaced. Just bring them wherever it is you feel works for your body and let your shoulders take a few moments to readjust. And then gently out, stretching the arms in front. Kindly bring yourself back up to a tabletop position. We're gonna try the opposite side. So if you laced your right arm first, now you're gonna lace your left arm first. So you have the opposite arm in front is what we want. And you can wiggle yourself down and bring yourself into your version. Treat this side as its own. Don't worry about what you did on the other side. If you're working through a shoulder injury or maybe some restriction on one side more than the other, see this side just as its own side. And then once you've nestled yourself into the right space, allow your palms to turn up and utilize your body weight to kind of bear down on those crossed arms. Chin or forehead to the floor. Breathe. This is one of my favorite shoulder releases. Just soft jaw. Our shoulders are all about more of our daily stress and tension. So whatever is heavy right now on your shoulders, just offer it up. Keep with your breath. About a minute and a half. Calm inhalation, calm exhalation. This is about a balance, bringing strength to the body and bringing space to the body so we can fully utilize that strength. All right, when you're ready, slowly start to unwind the arms. Take your time. Let your body readjust to its new space and breathe. Gently make your way onto your back, however it is you see fit. Gently rotate yourself over onto your spine. And just give your knees a nice little hug here. And after that gentle little hug, take your right leg up towards the sky, roll the ankle. And then cross your right leg over your left knee, figure four. Take your right arm through, Grab underneath the hamstring or above the shin, so either one is just fine. And as always, you can always use a strap if you need to. Flex the feet kindly as you exhale and start to draw your bottom knee in. Push your pants back onto the floor. So imagine trying to uncurl your tailbone onto the mat. That's really what's going to create the space deep in the socket. It's not just about pulling the legs in, you also have to push down, which creates a really healthy resistance in the hip joint, and this is what we would call a safe stretch. It's active and releasing at the same time. Now use your right elbow and maybe press your right thigh out, but try to keep the hips directly underneath you. Try not to let them swing right or left. Nice deep breath in, spine is long. Nice deep breath out, shoulders are relaxed. It's really, again, taking the time to create the space necessary for your body. Exhale, release. Extend the leg back up to the sky, just roll the ankle, and then lower the leg down to the floor. Opposite side. Leg comes up, roll the ankle, little snap, crackle, pop. And then cross the ankle over the knee, figure four. Grab hold of the bottom hamstring or shin. Give a nice little flex to the feet. Relax your shoulders. And as you exhale and start to draw the bottom knee in, press your sacrum down into the floor. Press your left elbow into the inside of that left thigh if it'll let you. We're trying to keep the hips directly underneath us, not swung off to the right. And again, sit bones, tailbone, pants are trying to push into the floor so your lower back feels super long as you simultaneously bring the knee in. That's the socket stretch we're looking for. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Soften the jaw. Step away from any internal conflict that the body may cultivate as we start to embrace change. Exhale, slowly release the legs. Arms come overhead. Arc the back, reach through the fingertips. Take your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Knees are bent and just drop the knees right and left, balancing out the lower back. And then once you've created that space for yourself, gently let the legs slide out, one to each corner of the mat. Nestle your upper back into the space of the floor. Arms drop wherever it is you feel most comfortable for your whole body. Your whole body to release into the floor. I will come around, so I'm trying to go this evening. If you'd like some palms face up. If not, just gently turn your palms face down.
Nice deep breath in. Calm, welcoming breath out. Nice deep breath in. Calm, relaxing breath out. Bring your body back to life. Exhale. Consciously drop away anything that you no longer need. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, making space. And then exhale, bring the knees into the chest, gently rock on your back, a pose of compassion. Pose of self-love. And then rolling off to one side, bring yourself up to a seated position. The hands can gently come to the heart. The head kindly bows with gratitude. From my heart to yours, from my soul to yours. Into the next phase of our journey, the next moment in time. May we move forward fearlessly. From my heart to yours, from my soul to yours. Namaste.
Namaste.